Right now in India, the thrift culture is booming. Every week, new thrift pages are starting. People are buying their own vintage clothes. And it looks like an easy business, right? In the past 1 year, the thrift culture in India has exploded like crazy. Me running a thrift business for a while now. Today, I'll explain and show you where it all begins. Now I'll tell you what no one talks about and what happens behind the scenes. Where do all these clothes come from? How these circulate across India? And why do some places sell for cheap and some places charge higher? Do you know? In this video, I will explain everything clearly. How these clothes come into India, how they are circulated, and what costs are involved. And finally, I will reveal the main location from where all these thrift clothes, like almost all these thrift clothes, are circulated in India. So let's get started.
Thumping like a heartbeat loud. Every step I take feeling hip hop proud. Graffiti on the walls like stories untold. Legends in the air, yeah, the streets are gold. Back to the beat where the soul resides. Grew so deep.
Welcome back to Fashion Footwork, everyone. I'm a fashion influencer based out of Hyderabad. So I'll be explaining everything about thrifting and how the business of thrifting gonna be working and where the clothes are circulated all around India. So watch till the end and stay tuned. Let's go. First, let's start with the basic definition of thrifting. Thrifting means buying second-hand clothes or old clothes at cheaper prices and clothes that are used before or brand new but never sold. Remember this. In simpler words, thrifting gives old clothes a second life. Many people today think that thrifting is about buying cheap, but the real idea behind thrifting is it is about reusing and reducing the waste. It's a powerful part of slow fashion, but still in India many people don't understand it properly. So this is why I want to make a video. Stay tuned. Now let's talk about most important part of the video. Where all these clothes come from? You know the answer is Panipat, Haryana. Panipat is the biggest hub for thrifted and recycled clothes in India. Here is how it works. These clothes are imported from countries like Canada, US and many other Gulf countries. These are those clothes that are donated to charities or not sold in retail or rejected in containers. These clothes come into Panipat in bales and each bale will be around 400 to 500 kgs, you know. Inside these bales you will find everything, t-shirt, jeans, winter wear and everything that could be comprising into clothing. And apart from this, sometimes you will find bags and shoes as well. The workers in Panipat open these bales and they segregate according to the gender, quality and type. And in these bales, some of these clothes are too damaged. They are cut and damaged and they are used for rugs, bed sheets or some industrial usages, and the good clothes go into the resale. And once these clothes are sorted, they are sold to the dealers. From there, it will move to the different states like Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore and different places in India. And these clothes keep moving from Panipat to big dealers, to small dealers and then to thrift pages and street markets. And more than 50% of the thrift pages go to Panipat directly or Delhi and get the stock themselves. Others buy from dealers who have already selected the clothes and they'll resell at the higher prices. And this full system is what keeps thrift businesses running across India. Now, this is the big question that people always ask. Why these thrift pages sell these pieces at higher prices as you can get similar or same thing in the markets like Erragadda, for example, in Hyderabad or any other markets in Delhi or Mumbai for cheaper prices? Like why? In these markets like Erragadda or any other markets across India, they'll be selling clothes at 50, 100, 150, 200 rupees. But all these clothes are not sorted, not cleaned or they are not styled at all. And when you go for thrifting, you know that you have to dig 100 items at least to find one good item. So this is the thing. In these thrift stores, clothes are handpicked from hundreds of pieces, washed properly, steamed or ironed, and they are shot for Instagram and their pages, and they are packed neatly. And apart from this, we also spend on rent, staff, transportation, and stock wastage, content creation, and many more things. So when you buy a 1,000 rupee piece from a thrift store, you are not just buying a cloth. Remember this. You are buying the effort behind it. You are buying something curated, clean, styled properly, but not just picked it off from the floor. And if you see any market across India, all these market guys or all these market sellers, they'll get in bales. They don't know what's inside. Let's say they have got a bale for 10,000 rupees and then there are 200 jeanses. And within that, one jeans costed them for a 50 rupees of price. And in the markets around, if you see, they won't even clean or they don't even arrange. So they'll just keep it like that. They'll keep a proper price. Let's say 50 rupees they got, they'll give 150. Any jeans if you're buying at 150, they'll obviously make a profit. So that is how their business runs. They don't know what's inside. They don't know what kind of fit that what jeans gonna give, they don't know what brand is inside. So all these thrift stores pick from these markets, from each and every vendor, each and every jeans, they curate it, they wash it, they style it. So all this thing gonna be so different when it comes to thrift stores. That's why the pricing varies around. So keep this in your mind. So when it comes to thrift store, after hand picking and all these remaining costs of transportation, rents and everything that I've mentioned gonna come into the picture. Based on that, the costing gonna be varying for each and every thrift store or the places around across India or somewhere. So anywhere across the globe. Now let's be honest, running a thrift store is not easy. It looks cool on Instagram, but it's very hard behind the scenes. Every time you won't be able to get good clothes. With the right investment also, you might or might not be able to find good goods when you go for thrifting. So you have to plan accordingly, as you have to hand pick each and every item. But if you're going for bales and all, you might get items in stains. You might not be able to get the items that you really want to. Even the seller or dealer who's selling in bales don't know what's inside the bale. So you have to do hand picking and pick each and every cloth carefully. As you could find, all these thrift pages sell in wholesale. You can find those guys who are all working very hard to get such good stock, and then you have a chance to buy easily from them as well. But if you are buying in bales, you have to get a really good dealer who can give you really good clothes in the 400 or 500 kg bale. But with buying in bales, you might also lose money sometimes. So you have to be very careful with that. And if you're not buying in bales, you do hand picking. After all the hard work as well, people still ask that, why is it expensive? So I want people to know that people are working very hard behind the scenes to get such curated, good vintage pieces that people can wear and then be fashionable. But after all this, we continue doing it because we love fashion and we want to give the second-hand clothes a new life. This is what makes this business powerful. Now you know the real story. You know where these clothes come from. You know how they travel. You know why prices are different. And now the final reveal. As I already mentioned, all these thrift clothes are circulated from the biggest hub of India called Panipat. So let's talk about this thing. If you are planning to open your own thrift store, go to Panipat, visit and see the ground reality. Understand, thrifting is not shortcut business. It takes time, effort, patience and everything. And the most important thing, brand research. Do better research when you go for thrifting. In Panipat, you can find so many godowns. You can find jeans selling it for 80 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. And there will be many other godowns who can give you in cages. So if you are selecting 100 jeans, they'll give you in cages. If you are putting 100 jeans in cages, and they'll give it for X price in cages. So it will be more lesser for you if you are planning to go to Panipat, and then if you are thrifting actually there. So that will be helping your own business. If you want to create your own thrift store, do better research and go to Panipat and start your own thrift store now. But at the end of the day, if you're doing it right, you're not just building a store, you're building a brand, you're building a message, you're building a movement. So if you're planning to visit Panipat, go and handpick and start your own thrift store. So if this video taught something new or helped you in any way possible, hit the subscribe button and join the fam. Let's go. And if you're starting your own thrift page or thrift store, all the best for your journey. Let's go. Okay, bye.